thank y'all for joining tonight for the original the 7 crystals. So we'll be doing 7 crystals each Zoom and a bonus. So
here's Dr. Ryan.
Hi, Dr. Ryan. So let me ask y'all this question. I guess you'd raise your hand to answer if you would like. Where do y'all want to start out of the list of properties we have with the black tourmaline, the selenite, tiger's eye, lapis lazuli, the amethyst, amber, pyrite, rose quartz, and then the clear quartz. So, are y'all familiar with the selenite? You familiar with the selenite, Tawana? Okay, so this allows you to have the higher frequencies that you need. It's very cleansing. Like if you wanted to cleanse an item, you would clearly just, place your crystal on there. But it works wonders with your crown chakra. So I'm not sure if y'all know about placing your crystals on your third eye, on your throat, or whichever chakra that you're working on. This is a good tool for that. It also enhances your awareness of enlightenment. So say if you're in an environment where you have stress going on and you're not in tune with yourself to give gratitude for what you do have instead of what you want, good tool. So I'll place her out of the way. So to this baby, y'all, this in black obsidian, this is the black tourmaline. This in the black obsidian is the most protective crystal that you can get from the earth, because all of this comes from the earth. This is not something that we go to the store and buy. It comes from earth. I'm just so earthy till it's unreal, but this you can sleep with. You can place it on your crown chakra again. Wouldn't necessarily wet it because it corrodes.
Yeah.
Tourmaline and the selenite, which are both protective crystals. And you can also use them with your third eye chakra. A lot of these crystals can also be used on your solar plexus. I prefer using them on my upper body. I did some research just recently whenever I told Jordan I would do the class. A lot of things you can put on your sacral as well, like in your pelvic area to help strengthen your body if you're sluggish. So we'll leave this at what it is, your protection. It's protection. Right. I have those. I love tiger's eye. I wear it. This has a combination with rose quartz to soothe your emotions. You can even put these in your bath. Right. So let's see. I took some notes just because it was a lot that, we were possibly gonna cover. And whenever I finish my spiel, I'm gonna take any questions. So tiger's eye, emotional people, protection over your emotions. Right. Works very good with your rose quartz. And again, you can bathe with these. You can sleep with them. Talk to your crystals, y'all. They like to be talked to, just like you have a plant. Now, I can't really say that it's just like a candle because it does not have fire, but it is definitely one of those things that you can speak your intention into and carry it around with you. Back to the palm stones, perfect for your purse or your bra, whichever. This also, if you're having problems in the bedroom, it awakens your sexual energies. So you can ground with this. You can ground with the selenite. You can ground with the tourmaline. Our lapis lazuli. This looks similar to sodalite. It's a little bit lighter. Yeah. It has more gray than black, and you'll catch some brown in whichever, each stone is different. That's why I like crystal, because you'll never get the same one. Mm-hmm. But this is your royal stone. This balances your solar plexus, but only by your individual will. It balances your crown chakra, divine will. So if you have this, of course, you're in tune with your emotions. You're gonna understand if you sit. I mean, if you sit and you actually put your intention into your rock instead of buying it and letting it sit there, you gotta connect with these. Right. If you don't, it's just a rock. That's what makes them special. It's almost like having a baby doll when you were smaller. Only you got a piece of earth, so it's much more powerful.
I'm sorry, which one again?
This can also promote.
Which one is this, Montrese?
This is the lapis lazuli.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And it looks like sodalite. So when you're buying it, you have to pay attention to the lighter color in it. Mm-hmm. The sodalite is much darker than this. So,
Montrese, I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do you suggest we bond with the crystals?
Girl, I talk to my plants. I talk to my plants. You know, I'm sure that you walked around and you talked to yourself once before and you felt yourself talking to yourself and you heard yourself talking to yourself. Talk to your crystals the same way. Talk to your candles the same way. Like, just like you would talk to yourself, your children, your mother, your father, your husband, anybody else, your ancestors. Okay. This is a tool. This is a tool for your altar, which Jordan would have to cover that aspect of it because that's not what I was called to do. But these can be healing tools if you allow them. You can't just buy it and sit it down and expect it to do what you need it to do. I have a lodolite that I bought years ago and I carry it around. So I took it out because somebody posted it in the group the other day and I took it out and I noticed that it had all new cracks in it. Like, your crystals can take a beating, but that's what they're here for. Like, what's stronger than a rock, y'all? Steel? I'm just saying. So by your individual will, you can balance your solar plexus with this. But divinely, you're going to balance your crown chakra. It can also soothe with the migraines. If you have migraines, I have them. So, of course, I have a lot of stuff around here that helps with certain stuff just because I just like it and it works. So, the more brown specks you have on your amethyst, the more powerful it is. People from China love the aesthetic of the brown at the points of the amethyst because they know that it stands for power. Most people look at it and be like, oh, it's dirty. But it's really pretty when you look at it. So if you're charging your other crystals, this your baby. It can charge crystals, it's purifying, it's calming, and it can help you with love. But let me say this, because I am not soliciting relationships. I'm soliciting self-love. If you love yourself first, everything else will attach to that. So don't go buying a rock and say, I'm gonna go buy me an amethyst because I want this man. Don't do that.
Can y'all see what I'm sharing?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let your heart connect to your intellectual stuff, which is your rocks. If you put a man into your crystal, that crystal belongs to that man at that point. So if you have nervous problems, if you have anxiety, you know, everybody know what nervousness feels like because I was nervous before I got on here, but I'm actually enjoying being able to share with y'all what I know, and I'm curious and very anxious to find out what it is that y'all know because I want to take some notes too. But this and a clear quartz, y'all, is the best thing you can wear. And I'm gonna have to throw in the rose quartz in there too. But rose quartz and amethyst work together for love. So if you're having problems loving yourself, because we're going to think of ourselves right now and not nobody else, this and your rose quartz, that's your babies. So, she all shiny and stuff. She's not so rough. She just comes tumbled. Unless you get her in red. But I love the orange look to this. This improves your self-confidence. It does exactly how it looks. And if y'all excuse my nails, but I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all know what amber look like. Everybody got to know what amber look like. Anyway, This your confidence, girl. This your confidence. Yo, I wear so many rocks inside my bra. My coworkers would make fun of me because, of course, I wear bracelets as well. I be having them everywhere. And they're like, are you bohemian? Are you this? Are you that? No, I'm just me. But this is what I like. But you can place this on your throat chakra. And it helps to regenerate those things that you should be saying and to yourself, speaking to yourself. Once again, when I relate a stone to an individual, let it be you. Let these be yours. These are mine. Yours should be yours. Of course, we know pyrite gonna help you draw some money, right? So this is your money. This your money. Talk to it. It don't matter how small it is. Talk to it. And watch how it forms. Like, it'll get holes in it, y'all. Like, crystals get wear and tear just like this. Like, if our emotions get beat up, they get beat up too. Pay attention to your crystals. You'll know if your crystal working for you or not, because it'll always look the same. That means you need to find something else. Would not recommend bathing in that. It is very, I guess, something that's gonna cut you, just like this black tourmaline. Like, they're very rough crystals. You can almost get it tumbled, but you're still gonna have those points on the outside and inside that stick up, so they will scratch. Don't put that in your bra. Put it in your wallet. It's an immune system supporter, and it helps males with their sexual issues and infertilities. It can also chase away confusion, and it sheds light on issues that need to be addressed that have been swept underneath the rug. So when you buy your crystals and you say, oh, well, I want it because I want it because of money, remember, it's about to lift that rug up. So whatever rug stuff you got up underneath that rug is going to come out because your crystal has that ability. Whichever one you buy. Know what you're buying. If you have questions, let me know. Just let me know. Your clear quartz. And this is our bonus, y'all. It's a charger, just like the amethyst. When you want clarity in your life, depression, anything underneath the sun, your clear quartz is your baby. And I'm not gonna cover too much on it because I think that everybody in here should know what a clear quartz is. Look at it. What do you think it does? You can see through it. But also, you can pay attention to, like, say if you wear the pendants, pay attention to the people that you are around or how you feel, the environment that you are in, or what have you, and your crystals will change. So it's kind of like having a dog too. They'll let you know when something's not right, but you got to be connected to them as well. Do y'all have any questions for me? I feel like I was just talking.
So what crystals are really good for, in your opinion, what crystals are good to start out with?
As a beginner.
Clear quartz.
Clear one.
Clear quartz.
Rose quartz.
Rose quartz. Just like everything that's on the table today is a protection crystal at the ultimate level. Okay, I don't know how to. I'm on my phone, y'all. Is that D. Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I have the like really small ones. I guess it's for like, I don't know if you can see it. Do you suggest mixing them?
You can. It just depends on what your intention is for mixing them. Some stones work together and some don't. That's why we chose to just do 7 at a time, and then we can all take notes. All of these work together though.
Okay.
But
I believe that
once
you
again,
can. I think
if
that
your
you can mix them.
if your intuition is saying that you can, then you can.
Okay.
Don't ever second guess yourself. Like if You can't go to nobody and say, oh, well, you know, is this right for me? What's right for you is right for you.
Okay.
So, and it don't matter, girl. The little bitty ones, like I said, titty committee, wear your stones. Don't just
Okay.
hold them and leave them at home. Take them for a ride. You going to
Because
work?
that's what I was wondering. I wanted to put like a combination in like a little sack and then like keep it with
Yeah,
me.
like this.
Do
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Do that.
Oh, cool. What is that? Tawana, can you show us all that, please?
In here, it's the one of those little mesh bags that you could buy. And these are a bunch of chips. I think there's emerald, amethyst. It could be some rose quartz chips in here. And a couple of other chips that just mix them in a bag and you can put it in your bra.
That's
Should
what
they
I was
all work
thinking.
together?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I haven't worn it in a while and I just had it, you know, off and on charging. So when I'm ready for it, it's already there.
I can feel the energy from them. That strong. That's a strong little bag you got over there.
Definitely.
What
Definitely felt the
I
energy.
used to make for my daughter, you know, my special needs daughter, I had black tourmaline chips with sage leaves, and I will put it under her pillow.
So you know that bay leaf works just as well as sage?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
That's also good.
when I go out, I don't think of buying bay leaves.
Well, if you see you some pine needles, grab them too.
Oh, that's all in my yard.
Yeah,
Right.
girl.
Mhm.
Burn
I
them.
seen too many pine cones over here. But yeah, I think there's a pine tree in the back. I have to look.
Yeah, like if you just, bundle it up, and if you just don't have it to get you a sage stick, bundle it up with some thread, and it smells amazing, and it's cleansing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Now I have
You're
use
welcome.
for it.
Yeah, a lot of like natural things that are right outside your home,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Even like the paprika in your cabinet, the chili powder, the garlic powder are all really good additives to like dress your candles and stuff like that. I know that when I
Really?
work with
That's so dope. Thank you.
for sure. And I know like when I work with certain crystals, black obsidian is like really my favorite crystal in the world because it's like the crystal of protection and things like that. When I'm trying to expel something, sometimes I'll take that black obsidian and I'll put like paprika on there, chili powder, you know, things that have like an energy of repelling and things like that. When I first got started in my spiritual journey and I wanted herbs right now, you know, and I didn't want to wait on them to come through the mail or whatever. I went into my cabinet and I looked up the remedies and the uses of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
And y'all,
it's really
everything
cool.
that we talk about goes hand in hand with each other. I recall Jordan saying that, and not everybody was in the group then. That's why, I'm enjoying the fact that he's choosing to have these platforms where we can learn from one another. I've seen 3 people that I know I want to gift with something after the Zoom is over, just because I see that they really searching within themselves and, are connected. There's not very many of us in here, so everybody might get something, but I feel like giving away some stuff.
It's 29 of us,
That
girl.
was sweet.
Oh, see, I didn't know. Nah.
Yeah, it's 29 of us. And not that all of you guys aren't trying. Sometimes crystals aren't exciting. You know, you have to add a little oomph with them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Right.
Yeah, like you were saying, with going in to get the herbs to go with it, like different strokes for different folks. But to those of y'all that do like the crystals, use them.
I think
They
it's
work.
infatuation at this point.
Girl, me too.
and then,
It's kind
another
of an
thing,
addiction. I'm not gonna lie. I buy them all the time.
Oh,
you
girl,
like them
guess what?
too?
And that's a good addiction.
Let me
I'm
tell
about
you,
to get a crystal set.
my collection of crystals is just like off the wall. I have that I can't even remember half of them.
And they all over the place.
Yeah, this is a peacock.
I want to go mining.
Oh my gosh, I want to go again. It was the most amazing thing. ever.
Is that red, Tawana?
No, this is a peacock ore.
Okay, see, it's giving me, I guess because you have on a red shirt.
Yeah, that's probably
It's
why.
reflecting. Yeah.
It's just a peacock
Okay, now I can see
ore.
it.
Oh, it's like a rainbow color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard from a diamond. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a few of these. I think this is emerald. A raw emerald. And I have raw amethyst. This is I had two of these. And one I was wearing. And then one day it just fell and hit the floor and shattered. So I'm glad I have another one.
Is
I think
that an obsidian or is that a hematite?
this one is either onyx or black tourmaline arrowhead.
Well,
and it's hard to tell, when you're looking at it through the camera, it's hard to actually tell exactly what it is. But when I went mining and they had, of course they have their own shop, and this caught my eye because my daughter
is
has
it
a
really thin?
birthmark.
Is it thin? Like, does it seem like
Yes,
it's
like the edges are thin, but it's kind of thick right here in the middle.
See, that's what says obsidian to me, but you do know that onyx gives you that cut.
Yeah, this is sharp. This is sharp. It reminded me because my daughter Kelsey, she has an arrowhead as a birthmark on her throat. So when I went mining and I went into the shop, I saw this, so I got two of them.
That's dope.
The other one shattered to pieces, and I was so unhappy. But then I realized I had another one. Geez, half of these I don't even remember what they are. Honestly, I have a howlite, but the stuff that I got from when I went mining, can't remember what this is. No, also they were selling bags of dirt that had different fossils in it.
Thank you.
So I have shark's teeth. I think this is petrified wood. There's oh my gosh.
You got a lot of stuff, Tawana. I would have fun at your house.
Is that beneficial to have animal? I guess.
The fossils I enjoy because it's something unique.
Thank you.
You never expect anybody to have fossils or be able to mine fossils. Is always
more like a personal preference, Dee Marie.
Okay.
When it comes to like rituals and things that you use, if you have authentic fossils and bones and essences like that, then yeah, it's beneficial. But it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's more
Serve
of
a specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Something I was going to show y'all was
with the shark's teeth before. I know the shark's teeth are. I can't remember the properties of the shark's teeth when I researched it, but it was just amazing.
Cool. Something I want to show y'all were the crystal grids that I thought were really kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Tawana, you got a lot of them crystals. They're not really doing, good sitting over there in that fishbowl.
I know.
Okay? So you definitely need to.
I'm trying to get my space back to the way it was. So, because I used to have a grid on my nightstand, at my previous address, and my daughter's cat, she would lay on it and just knock out, especially when at times she wasn't feeling well, she would lay on top of the crystals and just zone out.
So here's a crystal grid, and some of the uses for like crystal grids can be to enhance the energy of your crystals. In my opinion, like you need a bunch of them to get some good energy because we all don't feel things from crystals. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need a bunch of them. Some other things that you can grid, so to speak, are like your bed. Putting crystals, at the headboard, at the base, on the corners, in the center, underneath the bed really does help you. It depends, you know, you can also grid yourself whenever you're trying to meditate and things like that. Meditating in between crystals really helps. But in my opinion, like for you to get the most out of your crystals, you want to make sure that you're putting some oomph into them. So maybe you're going to crystal grid your bed, and so that way you can have vivid dreams. That's how I experiment, because I kind of like the tangible things with spirituality, so things that I can actually have an experience with and not just have to pull everything from my mind or whatever the case may be. So that's a really good thing. You know, don't let the lines on this grid like confuse you. It's just like how energy flows. You get what I'm saying? You can definitely have these points right here, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that could be a crystal grid with your candle in the center. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, always enhancing your energy and stuff like that. With the grids. Nicole, Nunu, what would you like to add?
As far as crystals, what I've learned and what I'm learning is that you can also hold the crystals while journaling. That's always the thing when you're doing like your embodiment. So I noticed that Montrese was mentioning different chakras. She had the red one. Was that I don't know what the red one was, the orange one, but she said it's for the throat chakra and so forth and so on. Because you guys know I love journaling. So that's kind of like my thing. So I know that I'm like new to the crystals. So I literally got them in I'm carrying them with me now as I'm traveling too. And I do feel protected. Like I do feel that energy. Like it's a lot going on where I am. They're like, you don't feel that? I'm like, actually, no, I'm fine. Like I'm actually good. So I'm really appreciative of this course. I'm really appreciative of this, us being able to identify with the different rocks. And I didn't even know people go mining. See, I'm new to this. So hearing Tawana saying she's going mining, I'm like, oh my God, that's gotta be really cool.
But see, y'all, too, we also have to remember as well, and this is for everybody, because I want to touch on this before you finish. Just because you have a crystal, that's not all that we need, So the crystals work together with other things in spirituality. It's just not the only thing we need. As a matter of fact, this is just an aesthetic to what we need. So I just wanted to say that, but it was the amber one, Nicole.
Amber, thank you for the throat. Okay.
I wanted
to so
know
it's like
how
a power source. It's like a powerhouse.
I want to know, how do you incorporate the crystals with the candles? Because I have a lot of crystals, like a lot of them. But not a lot, but I wanted to start like incorporating them with my candles, because I love burning candles. So I've been trying to read up on them. I got my little crystal books and the Baileys. I heard you mention the Baileys, and it's crystals in here, but this was something I did for money.
Cool.
And I
like your setup. What's your name?
Ebony. My setup is actually up here because I can keep it away from.
Oh, that is nice.
And
can we get a highlight of that? Can you back up and take us through it? Because I think when you were walking up to it, we felt the energy from it. So we want the pins and everything, girl, everything you're set up.
Wow, that is nice. I like that. If I feel that, like that peaceful calmness. Oh my gosh, that is so nice.
I gotta sit them on like a mat, and I have my, the stuff that I use. This is on my altar.
Yeah, that's your stand. That's your stand.
Yes.
So look, I don't see nothing. Look, I can't tell you, baby. Look, you together over there. Okay.
I'm
right.
learning.
I love that picture.
I'm
you
still
together.
learning because I don't know how to really identify.
We all learning.
Here.
We all learning. We don't ever reach a place where we know everything, Ebony. So we all learning. Maybe next Zoom we can share the crystal grids, or everybody can do them a grid and then bring back something to the next Zoom.
And now we're just kind of planning knowledge. The next thing that I want to show you guys is this. So Oshun, I don't know if you guys are familiar with deities and things like that. I know we talked about them a little bit, but the goddess Oshun is represented by the citrine crystal. You get what I'm saying? I really want to encourage all of you guys to to really work with Oshun. A lot of you guys have wants and desires when it comes to love, when it comes to like families and homes. And in my experience, like I've had really good interactions with Oshun. So, and this is a good way to like set intention. So a lot of you might have gotten a citrine crystal before, maybe not. But this time when you go and when you purchase your citrine crystal from wherever you get it from, you're getting it with the intention of connecting with Oshun. So that's kind of explaining how to set an intention for your crystal. Makes sense?
Jordan, down the line, can we get like a deity class or a deity course? Because I'm interested in learning more about that.
Yeah, we will. I had one like a very long time ago, but we'll bring it back where we did like an offering. We actually did it with Oshun, so we did like an offering and stuff like that. There's only a few deities that I work with. I've worked with many, but there's only a few that really give me a very powerful energy, and I kind of need a lot to stay focused. Oshun is definitely one of those go-to energies. Montrese, what do you think about the citrine?
I got it right here. Yeah, they are very beautiful.
Not y'all got y'all crystals.
Citrine is powerful. Citrine is very powerful.
I don't even know where the heck mine are.
Everybody's crystals look so different.
Oh, hey, Jay.
Hey.
Did you
Oh, you got some. Okay.
That's not citrine.
Ain't nothing to drink in there.
I'm glad Jordan brought that up because as y'all are talking, like we're able to know what it is that we are connecting with. I actually just bought some new one of these, Jordan. I love them.
The citrine.
Yes, and I mean this is also something that you can use to get your money up too.
Yeah.
But it goes with other things like Jordan was saying, working with the deities and working your altar. Like these are tools. It's like having a screwdriver when you got a screw to put in. So
May I?
Sure, go ahead. My bad.
What is a good way to like use your crystals as far as like meditating? Like, are you supposed to be holding them, or do they just sit on the altar and you speak your intentions? Is it something that you have to do all the time? Like once you speak your intentions and you set it on your altar, is that it? Or do you want to periodically pick them up and hold them and, you know?
It depends on which one you're talking about. I just bought one and I should have bought it in here, but I didn't because I didn't think I was gonna cover it today. Some have to be fed. Like you literally have to sit them in sand. Like they come with these little spiky things on them. They're very intentional. They're very powerful. You have to cleanse them. You have to talk to them, of course, and you have to feed them. You got to feed them like a child. But as far as you meditating and different things like that, wear a satchel bag. Put them on your altar too. It's not a right or a wrong way, Jace, to work with your crystals. Whatever resonates with you is what you should do.
Another good way, like if you're meditating, I was talking about earlier, like gritting yourself. To be honest with you, if I'm honest about my own experiences, I've only used grit around myself with clear quartz. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a really powerful crystal, and I try to like connect with spirits, and you know the other side a lot. So that's why I brought myself to a place of meditation, and it could very much so help you for sure. You know, once you connect though, like the first few times with gritting yourself, it's gonna be, you won't have to necessarily do it. For sure. Okay. And meditation is not for everyone. Everyone meditates differently. Sometimes, like, I don't sit in the floor anymore. I did that a long time ago. You know, now my form of meditation is listening to gospel music, cleaning up, things like that. We meditate daily when we're just going about our life. And, you know, we're meditating daily. Sometimes sitting, if it tortures you, don't do it. You know, spirituality should feel good.
Okay.
How do you cleanse the crystals? You cleanse that with sage or salt water as well?
There's a list of things that you shouldn't put in water.
Okay.
But typically sea salt and water cleanses all the crystals except for things like tourmaline or the selenite, the ones that are corrosive material.
So how do you
But
clean those?
these,
Like that and the tourmaline, because I have tourmaline. Okay.
Because those are the only ones I usually purchase, are the rocky looking ones. I don't really purchase the smooth one.
well, the smooth ones are more, and I covered that earlier. I don't know if you were in here, but
No, I was a little
like
late.
the tumble ones, they're easier to put in a bag because a rock like this,
Right.
of course you can put it in a bag, but it'll put a hole in it.
Okay.
This will scratch too, so that's why the tumble ones are good for like when you want to hold them or put them in a bag. You know, I have on a raw one around my neck, but I wear that because I'm conscious about it. You know, if you just starting to wear crystals, you don't want to get something that you know you're gonna keep scratching your arm off or you forget it's there.
Right.
So, but Jace, I love me a rock too. Just give me the rock. It ain't gotta be shiny. Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And Martrice, what about charging them in the moon? I know some people do that for like new moons. They charge them.
Yeah, every full moon and new moon, you should charge your crystals. You can charge them in a windowsill. You don't necessarily have to sit them outside. My neighbors probably thought I was crazy because I had put them on in a little wagon and pushed the little wagon up out there. You know, that was just me. And then it decided it was gonna pour down rain, so I had to go and bring them inside. But yeah, like whatever resonates with you with your rock, your crystal, do that.
I hate to bother anybody because I usually don't speak, but I've learned with selenite, you can take that selenite and put it out in the moon and then bring it back in. Instead, you taking all of your crystals outside. But once you charge up that selenite and bring it back in and place your other crystals around, that selenite will amplify and charge your other
It's a recharger, that and the amethyst. And
yeah,
the clear quartz,
without
and
you
the
having
clear
to take
quartz as
all
well.
your crystals outside, you just use that selenite, put it out there in the moon, bring it back in. It'll charge the rest of your crystals without you having to carry
You
everything.
speak very well, so thank you for speaking.
Thank you. I usually just sit back and watch everybody, but that was something I had to learn myself because I have so many crystals that I don't have to carry everything outside or put everything at the window. Just take that one and then bring it back to the others. And I have a huge selenite piece, so I take that and charge it up so I can charge all the rest of mine.
Yeah, I have to
Hey,
get me a bigger
Montrese.
piece.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like, I was talking to this lady the other day. She was telling me that I can cleanse my crystals with some of them with like brown rice. Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just like in the salt, like the sea salt or the rice. Yeah.
Okay.
Another really good way to power your crystals are spirits. Spirits power your crystals. So that brings you back to your altar, lighting your candles. You know, if you want your crystals not automatically, but if you want to guarantee that they're at top charge, you know, make sure that your candles are always lit. You know,
John, let me say this: without spirituality, it's just a rock. So we gotta have that, y'all. Like everything he just said, you gotta have it.
Okay, I have another question or something else. So, like, this is not necessarily about. Well, I guess it is. So I have a travel altar, and I have some smaller crystals like in my travel altar. And I guess I'm wondering, like, is there how much, because I came in late, I don't even know if y'all talked about this or not, but would you say that I need to like charge those crystals that I keep with my travel altar? Like, how often should I charge them or cleanse them rather and charge them?
How much are you using them?
So a lot. Maybe like, if not every day, like some weeks I may go like every other day, but because I'm never at home, so I can't really have an altar at home because I'm always at work. And so that's why I have the travel altar with me, the little mini altar. So yeah.
I would just cleanse them as often as I feel like I need to. If you're, you know, depending on them a lot, cleanse them more. If you're using them a lot, cleanse them more. for sure. You know, I understand that you can't have an altar, but you always need like a home base. And that, trust me, that's your spirit guides' intentions for you. They're going to bring that into your life to where you can have a home base, to where you can have your altar going. So when you have a travel altar, you know, that's like an extension of the power that you already have manifesting at home. You get what I'm saying? So you're taking pieces of that with you to kind of keep you going, friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Montrese, what do you think?
I think that you're right about that, but while she's traveling, I think that somebody mentioned doing, they were gonna offer something similar to what it is she may be looking for, which is something that you can travel with to charge your crystals. But we'll visit that on the next Zoom. I wanted to cover these. If y'all don't have any more questions for me, I'm gonna give Jordan the floor now.
I mean, we all have the floor, so we'll turn it into questions before we get off of here. So, does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Or not crystal related, spiritual related? What's up, Desiree?
I was gifted a labradorite. I have no other crystals. I'm pretty new, and so I was wondering what goes well with labradorite.
That's a
get you a clear quartz. Get you a clear quartz and or a smoky quartz.
Smoky. Okay.
Labradorite is good for money as well, and change and everything. But I'll write that down and we can cover that one the next time.
Okay.
I have 3 already that I possibly will cover, which is the citrine that Jordan mentioned, the moldavite that I saw some talk about. I think I saw some notes, and then the labradorite. And then I may do a moonstone too, because it's really, really pretty.
Cool. What's up, D. Marie?
Hey. The conversation that I had today, is that the clarity I was looking for?
You tell me.
I don't know, friend.
You tell me. If you don't know, then I'm gonna say no. It wasn't the clarity you were looking for. If it didn't put you at ease, if it didn't ease your mind, it wasn't the clarity you were looking for.
Okay.
For sure. So, crystals can be kind of boring, in my opinion. I'll just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Friend, not crystals can be boring. But you know, I feel like that's just like 1/3 of spirituality. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more. There's like a lot of other things that you can do to kind of give you that same power, that same push, you know. So make sure you look into it. Look into those objects like the railroad spikes, the railroad nails. I know y'all heard about that. You know, chicken's feet is a really good thing. Stuff like that. So they hold, and it's kind of like our ancestors kind of took shortcuts when they were doing things like that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Do more rituals. In my opinion, your rituals that you do for yourself will get you much more energy than the crystals. Crystals sometimes take a lot of time to build and work with. And then you also have to have like a basis when you're working with your crystals. So you got to have your altar and stuff like that. That has to have been going for a little bit. You got to understand who your spirit guides are, who's powering the crystals, who's bringing the energy and the juice to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand all of that before any of your crystals will kind of work for you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jennifer?
Good evening. So you were just mentioning about charging the crystals. I'm new to all of this and I have a question.
Sure.
My sister gifted me a bunch of crystals and I Googled how to charge it and I sat in my vehicle on my lunch break to charge it. Car turned off. My radio just turned on with like full static. So I guess my question is like, does that mean that the spirit connected with me to and it's charged now, like it's
Yeah,
protecting
that's
me?
definitely a possibility too. And because it's your very first time, our very
Okay.
first times with spirituality are always something we remember. Like, ooh, saying something happened. So it's kind of like your spirit guides giving you some encouragement, like, yes, this is going to be powerful. This is going to work for you for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Very nice of her to gift you with those.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So what other questions do you guys have?
I have another question. When you purchase your crystals, do you have to be like cognizant of who you're purchasing them from? Like, should I cleanse them when I get them? Or
Well,
should I
what
just
I
not?
always tell everyone is something is better than nothing. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't have nothing, then get you something and worry about it later. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you could have a crystal or you could have this right here. They're both going to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what I want to use that day. Someone could be selling a rock and the other person could be selling a crystal, and based on like their heart's intentions or whatever, it's just, does that make sense? If we have a person who's selling a rock from outside with the best heart, it's going to be more powerful than that raw cut, uncut, cut amethyst crystal that you get.
Well, y'all, I've literally, like, I work in a chemical plant. I literally bring home gravel with me sometimes. Like, I got a chip off of a mountain the other day. It's not necessarily, I'm gonna just say this. Whatever you buy, even when you go in the store, we buy meat from off of the shelves. Like, we buy stuff that's close to the date of expiration. So whatever you buy, always clean it. Not just the crystal, but anything. Everything should be cleansed that you welcome into your space. Everything. And that goes back to having the spirituality thing going on, knowing what to do as far as staying grounded and cleansing yourself and protecting yourself as well. So, I mean, you can buy a crystal from anybody.
It's basically what you and Jordan have already said. It really doesn't matter. You can go up outside and pick a rock up off the ground, and then you can see someone else, like he said, is buying a crystal. It's all about the intention that you put into the object itself.
Right.
Whenever you get something new, you automatically cleanse it because you don't know what positivity or negativity could have been put into that object or been around.
Right, but if you pick up a handful of grass, and Les Miles used to do this on the LSU football field. He would pick up the grass, he would taste it, and he would throw it up. That was his ritual. He won the national championship how many years in a row? So it's all what you want, whatever you have.
It's all your intention that you put into it. Like if you get that amethyst and you say, I want this amethyst to give me peace, you put that into that crystal. Hey, I want this piece to give me peace. That's literally what I want from it. It's all about.
But if you go out and you buy a plant, it's the same thing. If you go out and you buy a new shirt, it's the same thing. Whatever it is that you exchange your energy for, place your intentions on it.
Yeah, just like he said with the herbs, the same as you going in the grocery store. When you're going to get herbs to cook your food, it's the same intention.
And crystals are just they're like a first step basis in spirituality. You do grow beyond that. You grow beyond needing a crystal. You grow beyond needing an element. You grow beyond needing an herb to help you, to where you're just walking in your power. And that's the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? To where crystal or no crystal, candle or no candle, you're still going to be walking in your power. That's ultimately where you're going. Hey, Ann, what's up?
Okay, I got a question actually for Montrese. I have the stone, and it was with the gold stones. When I went and got stones, this one kept calling me. This was like a year or two ago.
Where they at?
And it's a gold stone, but it's a blue gold stone, if that makes sense. So it's like midnight blue with like glitters and stuff in it. And I kept getting pulled back to it. So when I picked it up, it started vibrating in my hand. And I guess my question is, like, I also take
All right. Would you now unmute yourself and talk?
Okay. So the stone I found, I was looking for stones and I went in there for some and I kept getting pulled to this stone and it's like a blue gold stone. If that makes sense. And I take it when I drive. Whenever I drive, I don't leave the house. But when I put it in my hands, because I kept getting like pulled back to where all the stones were in this one, it vibrated in my hands. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm taking this. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was like, I'm going home with you. And I know that I take it whenever I drive because I feel like, I don't know what it is. So I just do with what I feel. So do you have any information on like blue gold stones? Munchies?
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, no, I don't today. But I'm gonna say this. If you vibing with it, vibe with it.
What did you call it? A moon blue stone?
It's a blue gold stone.
It's like a gold stone, but it's a blue gold stone.
Okay.
And I keep, anytime I drive, it goes in my purse and it goes with me. Anytime I go out, anytime I'm driving, I don't know why I feel like I have to keep it on me, especially when I'm in the car.
I'm like that with
it
a
kind of
lot.
like, take me with you.
That's your baby.
Right. So what intention do you set? You know, I know when you're setting up your altar, you shouldn't just have your crystals there. You should set each crystal down with a certain intention. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get this altar thing right, your life will change. So y'all ain't gonna get it right though.
Because
I did each
Huh?
Yeah, each one of mine, I keep all mine on the altar. Each one has an intention. It's what I want it to be used for. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just
I'm in the boonies. I have horrible service. I'm sorry.
I know blue gold stone is for like ambition, confidence, and it's actually a protection stone as well. So that might be why you want to carry it all the
time.
Thank you. I appreciate
and also,
that.
Google is going to be your friend. And the way that you navigate Google is when you Google something, if it resonates with you or if it's interesting to you, that's your intuition telling you, like, yes, this is why I came into your life.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
No worries, friend. So that's all that I have. It is a Friday night. Okay, so that's all that I have. If you guys don't have anything else, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see you again on the 9th. We're gonna do our healing table talk like we did the other night on the 25th. So make sure that you guys have that in between. So it won't necessarily be a class. It's just gonna be an open discussion. I think the first one that we did was really, really, really good. It was a really great time for sure.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. See y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Montrese. Thank you, Jordan.
Good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Montrese.
Montrese.
Good night. Thank y'all.
Thank you.